High-flying combatants with moosed-up hair and constipated faces return for more frenzied fighting in Dragon Ball Raging Blast. Over 100 battles are included from the anime and manga series, and with more than 70 playable characters, Raging Blast ranks as one of the most comprehensive Dragon Ball Z games to date. Is the gameplay a blast, or will it leave hardcore fans in a rage?
Okay, sorry to interrupt your fancy introduction, but I'm going to start winning now.
Raging Blast features a story mode that follows some of the memorable matchups throughout Dragon Ball history. With a Dragon Battle Collection option, you can pick and choose fights within specific story arcs. The 6 featured narratives include the Saiyan, Frieza, Bardock, Androids, Majin Buu, and legendary Super Saiyan sagas. As a special bonus, a series of what-if scenarios are also included, offering battles such as future Trunks challenging his little self Kid Trunks and other offbeat matchups. Characters are rather chatty before, after, and during the fights, injecting each bout with some personality, although the dialogue and voice acting are laughably cheesy.
You've awoken the true power within me.
I'm going to use all my power to end this quickly.
Come on, I'm here for you!
Raging Blast offers a huge assortment of play options. In addition to the Dragon Battle Collection, which follows the trials and tribulations of Goku, Broly, the Z-Fighters, and other characters, you can engage in just about any match type that comes to mind. An interactive tutorial can be found within the Dojo option, which teaches you the game's controls and fighting techniques through a series of training lessons and practice battles. World Tournament supports up to 16 players in a choice of formats, while Versus lets you choose the characters, rules, and stages for a single or team battle against the computer or friends. Super Battle Trial includes survival, time attack, score attack, arcade, and knockout battles, and you can assign super attacks and ability-enhancing items to your favorite fighters with the ultimate customization option. Fans will appreciate the character encyclopedia within the in-game museum, and the online support offers lag-free ranked and custom matches for those who aren't deterred by the restrictive camera angles. While it's great that the developers included so many game types, the inability to effectively track opponents in the environment is a rather serious design flaw that needs to be addressed with future versions.
I don't believe this! There's no way you should be losing to him!
Alright, I'm ready!
You'll wish you were never born!
What separates Raging Blast from most fighters is the freedom you have to battle on the ground, soar through the air, and blast toward your opponent. Movement is arguably more important in this title than in just about any other fighting title on the system, as the game involves mastering takeoffs, landings, dashes, super dashes, and rush attacks effectively to keep your opponent off balance. Attacks are simple and straightforward, relying on 3 main buttons that can be combined in multiple ways to chain combos. Projectile attacks make use of each character's stored energy called Ki, which depletes at varying rates depending on a particular move's power. Evasive movement also comes into play when replenishing your Ki, since you charge it up by holding down on the directional pad, leaving you momentarily defenseless as the meter fills. One key change from previous Dragon Ball titles is that projectile damage is not as powerful, encouraging combatants to trade blows at close range. The game also includes an extensive amount of defensive maneuvers and counters, giving each battle a more strategic feel than those found in Raging Blast's predecessors. Alas, the camera issues nearly undermine all the positives from the unusual fighting engine. There's no way to see exactly where your opponent is located within the environment, so you're forced to rely on a homing button and hope that it places you in the general vicinity. Once you engage in melee attacks, the speed involved with quick strikes and either teleporting or dashing will spin the camera around like a carousel. It's also way too easy to be obstructed by nearby terrain, which makes for some sloppy battles that force you to constantly reposition yourself. Raging Blast features vibrantly drawn, expressive, cel-shaded characters that stand out amidst the more subdued outdoor environments. Movement is extremely fast, punctuated with high-speed blurring effects, and each character's projectile blasts and ultimate moves are rendered in the same style as the anime. The 3D areas also feature destructible elements, so you'll be able to smash through rocks, stone, and other objects during your battle with opponents. An energetic soundtrack perfectly fits the game's brisk pacing, but the voice acting for several characters features stiff, monotone deliveries.
Give me back my son!
Dragon Ball Raging Blast certainly feels and plays differently than your typical brawler, which is a good thing, but the dizzying camera limits its appeal to hardcore enthusiasts of the anime series, instead of the general public. Fans well versed in the characters and sagas will learn to live with the title's faults, but those looking for deep play mechanics and extensive moves to master have a number of more attractive options to satisfy their knuckle-crunching compulsion.
Okay, let's get started.